Welcome back to Code with Me. In this lesson, we're diving into working with APIs in JavaScript. APIs, or Application Programming Interfaces, allow applications to communicate with each other. They are essential for fetching data from servers, interacting with databases, or integrating third-party services like weather apps, payment gateways, and social media platforms. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand what APIs in JSON are, how to use the Fetch API, making GET and POST requests, handling API responses and errors. Let's get started. Understanding APIs in JSON. An API acts as a bridge between different software applications, allowing them to exchange data. When working with APIs, data is often sent and received in JSON format. What is JSON? JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation, is a lightweight data format that is easy to read and write. It looks similar to JavaScript objects and is used to store and transfer data. Example of JSON data: name John Doe, age 30, email john@example.com. In JavaScript, we use json.parse to convert JSON strings into objects, and JSON stringify to convert objects into JSON strings. Example: const JSON data equals name John, age 30. Const obj equals json.parse JSON data, console.log obj.name. The Fetch API. JavaScript provides the Fetch API to make network requests to retrieve data from APIs. Basic syntax: fetch http://api.example.com/data, then response equal response.json, then data console.log data, catch error console log error. At fetch sends a request to the given URL. The then response.json converts the response into JSON. The then data equal console.log data handles the retrieved data. The catch handles any errors. Making API requests. GET request fetching data from an API. A GET request is used to retrieve data from an API. Example: fetching data from a public API. Fetch JSON placeholder.typico.com/users. Then response equal response.then data console.log data. Catch error console.log error. This will fetch a list of users from the placeholder API and log it to the console. Handling API responses and errors. When making API requests, it's important to handle errors such as network failures, invalid responses, or server errors. Example: checking response status. Fetch JSON placeholder.typico.com/users, then response equal if response.ok, throw new error, http error, status response.status, return response JSON. Then data console.log data, catch error equal console.log error.message. Here, we check if response.ok is false, which means there was an error, like 404 or 500, and we throw a custom error message. Post request, sending data to an API. A post request is used to send data to an API. This is useful for submitting forms or creating new records in a database. Example: sending data to an API. Fetch JSON placeholder.typico.com/posts, method post, content type application/JSON, body JSON.stringify, title hello world, body this is a test post, user ID 1, then response.json. Then data console.log created post data, catch error equal console log error. Here we use method post to send data, set headers to tell the API we're sending JSON, use json.stringify to convert our object into a JSON string, handle the response and errors. Using async await for API requests. Instead of .then and .catch, we can use async await for a cleaner approach. Example: fetching data using async await. Async function fetch data. Try let response equals await fetch https JSON placeholder.typico.com/users. If response.ok, throw new error, status response.status. Let data equals await response JSON, console.log data. Catch error, console.log error.message. Fetch data. This makes the code easier to read and avoids short callback hell. If you found this lesson helpful, like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.